Hi, welcome back. Today we are going to look at the SimplyBook automation for your calendar, bookings, and other tools in your business to streamline what you're doing. Specifically today, we are going to go over the manage feature. We've got your account created. We picked our plan. Now we're logged in and we're going to the dashboard. On the dashboard in the left side, I want you to click on manage, and then you'll have this fly out menu and it's services. So let's take a look at adding a service to your business. And in here, we have several that are added already. So we can click on this plus. Over here on the side, we're going to add the service name. And let's just pretend this was a salon. So we're going to say haircut. That's the service that we provide. Next, we're going to go down into the description and we're going to elaborate. What are we doing with this haircut? So let's go for children. And we have the option to add a service image. You're going to go to your computer and let's pick, oh, look at that. A picture. He's not a child, but let's pretend that's going to work for us. We had stock photos or things that you have, preferably your own. Going down the page, we're going to display it on the booking page. So this means that if there's a service that you offer seasonally, or if there is something that you need to turn off, you have the ability to do that. And then you can have these other ones here down below. Now, remember, we talked about the plan that you have and the things that you can enable. When you click enable, that's going to take away from those things that you've paid for. So these other features, the add-ons, these are things that are included in your plan or excluded depending on the level that you choose. So do you want to accept deposits, or do you want to have, is it important to your business to get payment up front? That would be one of those things you would want to turn on. And then save and close. Okay, so we're still in here. And I'm going to get the direct link to the service. So I can copy this, go to the internet browser and paste it, and then you'll be able to see what that looks like. What your clients will see to the public side of it. Now, while we're in here in the management, these are the things that I want you to see. These are the important things. Service duration. So we're actually in the time details section of this editor. And we have the ability to add hours and increments and buffer time. So if you're doing a haircut and you need time to clean the area and reset your station, the buffer time allows you that before the next person can come in on your calendar. And then, do you need to set different allowable time for services in this particular service? So the time is a custom feature that happens before the reservation per service. So keep that in mind. If you have everybody within the hour and it's an hour for every appointment, not a problem. We can hide the duration on the booking page so they only see the start time but not the total time. That can be turned off so they can't see it. And then we have appointments at fixed time. That's another enable. Recurring services. This is pretty cool. There's a video tutorial I want you to look at if you have recurring services. So there's a standing appointment every month on the 3rd for so-and-so to come in and get their haircut, and they can pre-book. That helps with your sales. And that's one of those things that you can turn on here. So we'll take care of the time details. Those are saved based on the options we just chose. So now let's look at the schedule available. So this service for haircuts, do you want to set on special days? So if there are holidays or you only offer this service once a month, think about how that can play out for customers. You don't want them to be able to book all the time. So we would select that if this is something that needs to be turned on and off. And that's one of the things that I really like about SimplyBook is the flexibility that they have for allowing me to be able to put in times. So also another thing too is that if you have multiple things happening, so maybe there's something that can only happen in the mornings, maybe there's another job that you have or something that you want to focus on in the afternoons, this is something that you have the custom flexibility to be able to set that schedule. So we can configure the week's setting and move the sliders. So if we want to add a break time, nobody's allowed in on our lunch, we can hit this here to add a break time. We start and end here by dragging these, or we can have 2 shifts. So if we say we want to have a morning shift and an evening shift, we can do that as well. So it's just as simple as adding the break time, and it goes from 1 to 1:30 by default. I can drag the sliders and make it longer or shorter. Blue is work, white in there is break, closed is this color here. So then we save each section as we go. Then we look at our service providers. So we can connect or disconnect all service providers. If you have multiple people on your team, it's going to be important for you to decide, let's say in a salon, the salon has hours, but you wanted to have several people listed as providers. You can have them set their own times in here, which is pretty cool. So here it's connected to all providers that we've created, and we hit save and close. Next, we have categories. So we can choose where that goes. In our booking side of it, you'll be able to see that. Do we want to have intake forms? We can enable that as a custom feature. So if it's very important that when somebody gets on your calendar, they answer all the questions, fill out the forms, say it's a medical facility and there's intake forms, those can be in there as well. Save and close each section, remember. And then there's memberships, products, and add-ons. And these are all custom features. Maybe there's tickets to a certain event or a limited number of seats, and they have to have a ticket. The loyalty program, and then of course there's more options down here. Limit bookings. We can have groups or flexible notifications. Book soon system is another one on there, and online video settings. And remember, save and close. So that then in this video is just managing the service and the custom information for that. In the next video, we'll go on to adding people and following down through this one. I hope that was helpful. Join me in the next video where we'll cover some more content, and I will see you soon.